yogis, Kristel is here to help guide you through, we'll say this might be like a 25-minute mat yoga video. So, first thing you want to do is make sure that you have a yoga mat, or doesn't have to be a yoga mat, but any kind of mat, because you are going to be down on all fours, so you're going to want a little support on your knees. And then also, we're going to be using a yoga strap. Now, you might be thinking, Kristel, I don't have a yoga strap. That's fine. If you have a belt at home, we all need belts, that is the perfect thing to use. Or you might have a rubber kind of stretchy band that you might have had from physical therapists. So anything like that, a resistance band will work as well. I mean, you can always do it without the band too. I'll show how that looks like as well. But let's go ahead and get started. So you're gonna sit comfortably on your mat. I like to sit cross-legged, but if you wanna sit with your legs out in front of you, legs wide in a straddle, whatever feels good for you. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna sit here for a few moments, hands on top of your knees. Let's go ahead and focus on your breath. So inhaling in through your nose and out through your nose. You're practicing your ujjayi breathing during the duration of our class today. And that's just to help us calm the nervous system, strengthen the diaphragm, create mind and body connection. Keep breathing here for just a few more moments. Try to let everything from the day fade away. Now remember, as we go through this session, if I'm doing something that looks too intense for you, always feel free to pull back. And if I'm not being intense enough for you and you want to go a little bit further or add something in, feel free to add something in. You don't have to do whatever I do. This is your time. I'm just going to guide you here. I want you to go ahead and begin by dropping your chin from shoulder to shoulder. So allowing your head to roll forward. We're only doing half moons here, so just going from side to side. Here, I want you to go ahead and allow your head to hang forward for just a moment. As your head is hanging forward, draw your shoulders back as if you were sitting up against a wall, but your head is hanging forward. I want you to open your eyes and begin to roll your head up to center, looking straight ahead. Very nice. From here, I want you to go ahead and take your right hand down your mat. Left hand reaches up and over to the side. So as we do this, see how I just pulled my left shoulder away from my ear? Make sure you're doing that. Good. And then you're going to inhale as you transition to the other side. Exhale and reach. Good. Now I want you to keep moving side to side here. So the point of our side bend is to get that nice stretch through the rib cage. Now remember to synchronize your breath with the movement, right? If I'm going too fast, slow it down. If your breath is a little bit faster than mine, you might be moving a little bit quicker. Make sure that chest is facing me. Perfect. Rolling open to the front. Try to see if you can go a little bit deeper each time. So what I mean by that is trying to drop that elbow a little bit lower towards your mat as you bend side to side. Good, just like that. Trying to go a little bit further. One more on each side. Last one on this side. Let's go ahead and return to center, sitting up nice and tall. Okay, from here we're gonna do a flowing forward fold. So you're gonna extend your legs out in front of you, slightly flexing your feet. I haven't had a pedicure in a while, so don't judge me. You're gonna move any extra cushion you have from the bottom of your seat so that way you feel your sit bones on your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Reach those fingers down towards your feet. Now inhale, roll all the way back up. Good. You're gonna keep repeating that. Inhale, reach. Exhale and fold. You're going to be feeling this in the back of your legs, right? Remember, synchronizing the breath with the movement. Inhaling up, exhaling, fold. Try to make sure you have a nice flat back as you're doing this. So as you fold, nice flat back. Very good. A few more times here. On your next exhale, I want you to hold your hands wherever they fall on your legs or your feet. So holding this here. Continue to flex your feet so you feel that stretch. Nice flat back. On your exhale, let's go ahead and slowly release your hands, rolling all the way back up. All right, from here, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple more seated stretches. So I want you to take your right foot on the inside of your left thigh. If that's too high for you, just move the foot down a little bit more. It's okay if it's up against the knee. Since we're lying down, you're not putting any pressure. So put the bottom of the foot wherever you can alongside the leg. For this stretch, your focus is actually on this right leg, not your left. I'm mirroring you, by the way, in case you didn't know that, so makes it easier for you. So your focus here is on this right hip, and you want to force that knee out to the side. And we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, folding over and hold. So it's not really about reaching for this left foot. This left foot's kind of here just to help us out. But really focus on pushing that right knee down into the floor, feeling the stretch on the right hip. Hold it here and breathe. As you exhale, I want you to release your hands, roll all the way back up. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So extend the right leg out. Bottom of the left foot comes in to the inside of the right thigh, or maybe a little bit lower down on the leg, depending on where you're at. So I can be down here and do the same thing. I'll even do it on this side for you. So my foot's a little bit lower down. We'll say maybe this hip isn't feeling it today. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding over. Good. Remember, your focus here is on now pushing this left knee down towards the floor, down towards your mat. Flexing your right foot. Flat back. As you exhale, let's slowly release and roll all the way back up. Very nice. Now, from here, we're going to move into our butterfly stretch. So I want you to take the soles of your feet together. Knees are pointing out to the sides. You're going to start sitting up nice and tall for me. You can hold on to your shins, your ankles, your feet, wherever it feels most comfortable for you. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna push those knees down towards the floor and you're gonna start bringing your chest over your feet. So flat back as you do this. So you don't want to round, but I want you to lengthen your spine. Very good. As you exhale, let's go ahead and gently roll yourself back up. And let's go ahead and we're going to bring those knees back in. Okay, from here, let's move on to all fours. So I'm going to turn to the side here for a couple of these exercises. So hands on your mat, knees on the mat. Tops of the feet make contact with the mat. Shoulders over your wrist. Knees under your hips. Perfect. From here, we're going to move into your cat and cow. Make sure your feet and your legs are hip width apart. On your inhale, I want you to drop your belly. Arch your spine. Lift the tailbone. Eyes look up. On your exhale, we're going to go ahead and round your spine. Round your shoulders. Drop your head. Good. Let's keep moving back and forth between your cow to your cat. Good. Take your time here. Remember to synchronize your breath with the movement. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and come back to that neutral spine position. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and move into our down dog. So you're going to tuck your toes, and you're going to drive your hips up and push them back. So you want to look like an inverted V here. And if your feet are slightly lifted off the floor, that's fine. Don't force them down. If you can, heels to the mat. Only if you can. You're going to push your chest towards the tops of your thighs. Good. You should be feeling your lats contracting because they're helping to push your chest back. And as you're here, I want you to pedal your feet in place. So alternating, lifting one foot as you try to drive the other foot down to the mat. Good. Remember to breathe. All right, go ahead and hold both heels down as much as you can. Push into that down dog. Feel that stretch in the back of your legs. Feel it along your shoulders. From here, I want you to look between your hands. We're going to step the feet up between the hands. Very nice. Gently, we're going to roll ourselves all the way up. One vertebra at a time. Making sure that your head is always the last thing that comes back up. Very good. All right, I'm going to turn to the front so you can see what I'm doing here. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Hands are down by your sides. We're starting in mountain pose or Tadasana. From here, we're going to go ahead and inhale the arms up overhead. Reach nice and high. Exhale, forward fold. All the way down to the floor. Good. Inhale, half forward fold. So hands right on top of your shins or above the knees. Good. Exhale, all the way back down to your forward fold. On your next inhale, we're going to inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Stand up nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, let's go ahead and move into some balance. So if you need to, you can stand next to a chair, little countertop, sturdy wall that you can put a hand up against, whatever you might need. I want you to spread your toes on your right foot. Shift your weight into your right. Bottom of your left foot can go to your ankle. Notice my toes act as a kickstand here. Or you can bring your foot to the outs or the inside of your calf, or foot to the inside of your thigh. Whatever feels best for you, you're gonna find that position. Focus on rotating that left knee out to the side. Hands can start in a prayer position. Before you move into your full tree pose, let's focus on the muscles we need to contract, so that way our tree doesn't wobble too much. So you're going to squeeze that right glute. You're going to contract your abdominals. Good. And now, if you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and take both arms up into a V for your full tree pose. Remember to breathe. Continue to turn that left knee out to the side. Hold it for one more breath. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and drop the hands down and then drop your foot down. Very good. Same thing other side. Spread the toes on your left foot. Shift your weight into your left. Now the bottom of that right foot can go to your ankle, can go to your calf, or it can go up to your thigh. Your choice. All right, hands in your prayer position. Stand up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and move through those muscles we need to contract. So think about that left glute. Squeeze it. Good. Contract your abdominals. Nice and stable core. And now let's go ahead and bring both arms up into that V position if you're ready. Well, sometimes your tree wobbles. That's okay. Try to relax the shoulders. Focus on your breath. As you exhale, let's go ahead and first take the arms down and then take the foot back down. Nice job, everyone. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to make our way back down onto our mat. So I'm going to turn to the side. You're going to go ahead and we're going to inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale all the way back down. Put a bend in your knees if you need to. Let's go ahead and hands on your mat. Step back into your down dog position. Inhale, forward to a plank. So shoulders over your wrists, legs are long. Pull in the abdominals. On your exhale, I want you to bend your knees, drop them down to the floor. Tops of the feet make contact with your mat. Let's go ahead now, and I want you to lie on your back. So you're going to go ahead and take a seat however you need to. And then you're going to lie all the way down on your mat. Almost time for that band, but just one more thing first. So your feet are making contact with the mat. Your knees are bent, legs are hip width apart. You're going to go ahead and take your hands down by your sides, palms down. We're going to go ahead and do some bridges here. Take a big inhale through your nose. As you exhale, you're going to go ahead and lift those hips off the floor. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Feel your weight on your shoulders. Good. And then inhale, drop it down. Good. And we're going to keep flowing through that. So exhaling, lift. Inhaling, lower down. Remember, at the top of that bridge, you want to be squeezing your glutes. On this last time, I want you to go ahead and hold those hips up. Keep them lifted. Push into your feet. Get a little bit higher. And on your exhale, let's go ahead and drop the hips all the way down. Very nice. Okay, from here, we're going to go ahead and sit up so that way we can grab our band or your belt or whatever you're going to fashion. And like I said, you can also do this without a belt. I will show you how. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and you're going to lie down on your mat. I want your band around your right foot. You can put a bend in your left knee. That's an option. Lift that right foot up to the sky. If you feel comfortable, you can extend that left leg down onto the mat. The choice is yours. So your focus here is on flexing your right foot and pulling it back towards you. And without a band, all that looks like is I usually hold on to my hamstrings, do the same thing. So like I said, you can do this without a band. You can hold on to your hamstrings. I like to interlace my fingers, trying to keep your shoulders down. All right, from here, we're going to take your right foot and you're going to drop it out to the right side of your body. So we're opening up the hips here. Notice my left hip is staying down, so I'm not rolling all the way over to the side. And my left shoulder is still down on the mat. That's what I want you to look like. And again, without the belt, so imagine this belt isn't here. I would use my elbow as kind of a kickstand, and I would just hold my leg. Same idea. So band or no band. Belt, band. Remember to keep flexing that right foot. You should be feeling the stretch in the right part of your groin. Let's go ahead and bring that right foot back overhead. Your foot's gonna go to a neutral position. You're gonna drop that right leg to the left side of your body. So now you're gonna let your waist twist. Good, and you're gonna keep your right shoulder down. Your right hip bone is pointing up to the ceiling. Again, you don't even need a belt for this one. Just letting the leg fall over to the side. If you do have a belt, I like to lift the leg off the floor and keep pulling it up towards me. Let's go ahead and bring that right leg back to center. All right, same thing other side. So let's go ahead and you're gonna put that belt on the bottom of your left foot. Right leg is either extended down on the mat or you can put a bend in your right knee for a little bit of support through the hip. You're gonna start by flexing that left foot and your goal is to pull it back towards you. Again, you can do this without a belt, just holding on to your hands. Let's go ahead and take that left leg, drop it to the left side of the body. So you're gonna open that left leg out to the side. Notice my right leg and my right hip are still pretty close to the mat. I'm not rolling over to the side, so try to keep that hip down. Remember, you can do this without the belt. I just take my left hand and I hold on to my knee, provide a little bit of support. Your right shoulder is still down on the floor as well. All right, let's go ahead and bring that left leg back overhead. Last one, left leg drops all the way over to the right side of the body. So now, you're going to go ahead and allow that left hip to point up to the ceiling. Try to keep your left shoulder down on the floor. On your inhale, let's go to bring that left leg back overhead and then lower the left foot down. Take your belt off and set it over to the side. Let's go to move into Shavasana. So you're going to extend both legs out onto your mat. Legs are towards the edge of your mat. Arms come down by your sides with your palms turned up. I invite you now to close your eyes. And as we move into Shavasana, I ask that you ignore all outside noises and distractions. Let anything outside of the parameter of your mat begin to fade away. With each each breath you take, allow your body to sink a little bit deeper into a relaxed state. I want you to begin your journey now through your body, relaxing the muscles within. So start at your forehead and your eyebrows. Make sure those muscles are relaxed and you're not furrowing your brows. Relax your eyes and your eyelids. Don't force the eyes closed. Let them close naturally. Take your tongue away from the roof of your mouth and relax your jaw muscles. Allow your lips to naturally part. Allow that feeling of relaxation to move down your neck. Feel it move over your shoulders, down your arms, to the tips of your fingers. Feel your stomach barely rise and fall as your breathing begins to slow down. Relax your glutes and your hips into the mat. Release any tension you're holding in your legs. Releasing your quads, your calves, and allow your feet to roll out to the sides. Continue to let this feeling of letting go take over the body and spend these next few moments of silence here for yourself. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to go ahead and start wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing small movements back to your body. Fingers and toes go back to neutral. I want you to go ahead and roll over to your left side. And then when you're ready, taking your time, we're going to go ahead and move back into the seated position that you began class in. You can continue to keep your eyes closed for a little bit longer if you'd like. The backs of your hands to make contact with your knees if you're in that seated position. And let's go ahead and drop your chin from shoulder to shoulder. want you to allow your head to hang forward for just a moment. If your eyes were closed, this is the time to open your eyes. I want you to begin rolling your head up to center, looking straight ahead. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to a prayer position in front of us. Bring your hands to your third eye, knowing the truth. To your lips, speaking the truth. And to your heart, living the truth. Thank you all for allowing me to share my practice with you and for sharing yours with me virtually. Let's end together by saying Namaste.